Alright, so now like here in the folder like we put usually the video. Here it's separate. Usually you're gonna have like one file and then you're gonna have the whole thing. It's like 10-15 minutes. But here for the sake of like to, because it's a more practice run and training for you, so it's all separate. Much easier for you. Here in the project, that's you're gonna have like here the Premiere folder, the Premiere file actually, and the file is gonna be named template, and you just change with the name of the project. So make sure that that's in, and that's pretty much it for the start. After that, you just click in the project. Sorry, I'm gonna open KeyCaster so that way you can see my shortcuts. Don't check. Let's see if it works. Cool. So Premiere is pretty easy, straightforward. I don't know if you're familiar with a layer-based software, which is like Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere, anything that you stack layers. Like this are layers. You see like black video 1, 2, 3, and then you see V1 is video 1, V2, video 2, video 3, video 5, and so forth and so on. It's pretty straightforward. So that's what you're gonna get as soon as you open the project without here the effect panels. So you see when I select a part here like it's blue, so that's the timeline. This part is called the timeline. That's where you're gonna work mostly. You have a shortcut. I'm gonna try to find it from a window and send it to you, and it brings the whole window up. So now you only have the timeline. Then you re-click and you go back normally. Here on the right is a viewer. You see this what's going on in the project. So you see like this. That means that's a disconnected file, and the computer can't find it. So they show you this footage here. It's normal. It's okay. Here you have like the bin. It's a different file structure. Pretty much the same actually as like a file structure by the system. If you're on a Windows, you're gonna have a file structure, and then inside of the project, you're gonna have a different file system. That's important to know because like most people think that if you drop like I don't know music in music, it's gonna go in music. Most of the time, no. Here you see like we have like a bunch of old music. It's all disconnected, so I'm gonna erase them. But it's pretty easy. Usually you click in, you're like in the bin music, then you right click and you do import. We're gonna try to send you the music so you don't have to choose because, well, we're gonna do that for you. It's much easier. Then you just import the music inside, and that's it. You have like the music in the bin. It's very important though, like I said in the previous video, that you keep the music inside the file structure for the system. So you put music here in that folder, and then inside here you just go like it's on the desktop, and I'm working in the sorry, here the legendary lost cities. You click there. Fuck, sorry, I clicked too fast. Let's do that again. So in music, you do right click, import, then sorry, desktop, the name of the project, and then you have the file structure here, and the music should be in the music folder. It's very important again because if like I said, we share project and stuff like that, and someone I don't know use the music on the desktop and they send the folder or the file, and then we're like, what the fuck? It's not connected. We don't know what the fuck is going on, and we lose time and it's so frustrating. Trust me, like I working on a project at 3 a.m. You don't want to fucking email someone just for like, where's the music? Or like, where's that picture? Because as soon as like you work it, the project gets bigger and bigger, and there's different assets. An asset is an image, a music, voiceover, pictures, a GIF, anything that you put in a project. So those we call an asset. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, here it's the bin. That's where the file structure inside the project is. Here it's mostly effect control. That's a panel. So if you click an asset on the timeline here, you're gonna have different set of rules that you can like change. For example, I click here. It's the text. That's the text here. So if I change the position, you're gonna see here in that window the position is gonna be changed. So now I'm playing a y-axis, and this is the x, I guess, and that's it. So you can do that for anything in the timeline. As soon as you unclick, you don't have anything selected, you don't have effects. As soon as you click something else, you have effects. So that's straightforward. Then you have the viewer where you can see the project being constructed. Here is a timeline. So if you see like the blue line, that's a like different part of the software. So be careful. Like sometimes you do a shortcut and it doesn't change in the timeline, and then oh shit, okay, I'm selecting the effect control panel. So here the timeline, you have two sequences. That too you need to change the name. It's pretty straightforward. So you have sequence and sequence NB. NB just means non-branded, so we don't put the intro and the outro and portion of the video. I'm gonna show you that further on. It's not complex. I like to always start with the sequence because it's empty. I only keep the NB so I can just copy this and put it in the sequence, so I don't have to repeat myself, recreate the whole thing. We're gonna work with a lot of templates and pre-made assets, so that way you can do your work fast, and as you go, you don't have to do repetitive tasks because it sucks. Here you have like the selection of tools. I'm a big fan of using shortcut in the keyboard. So like you see, like if I click A, I have this one. If I click V, I have the selection tool. If I click C, I have the cut tool. So it's just much easier because you don't think. You see, like here, I'm just clicking on my keyboard, all of that. So I don't have to like always click. Clicking are for noobs. I'm pretty I like shortcuts. In any software or anything you do, like shortcuts is always better. Here you have like effect panels. So here it's pretty much all the effects. So I'm gonna go through that in the step 3, which is gonna be later on. Now we are in the step 1, which is again VO and subtitle. So that's the only thing you need. Like it's just all the effects and presets and animation and stuff like that. It's gonna be super easy. Like people get confusing because you have so many different folder and blah blah blah. So if you wanna explore and get the hang of it, you can do that. But I'm gonna show you how to do. That's all the tool you're gonna use. I create a folder called favorites, and I put all the things I use mostly: push, cushion blur, drop shadows, cross dissolve, crop. That's all the thing I use. Seriously, like I might use another one or two once more we advance, but like those are like all the tools you're gonna use. And after that, I'm gonna show you how to use it on multiple assets instead of doing one by one. You can do like fucking bulk everything. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot, so I hope you're not hear sensitive. So let's get started. It's pretty easy. Like now we're gonna work on the VO. So you click on the VO bin. You open the bin. You do right click, import. Then you find your folder structure on your system. Here you click. Oh shit! I went too fast again. Because like that import the whole folder, and we don't need that. So let's just click here again. Import. Then you click the file you want. So those 3 file, and then we just enter that shit. Oh fuck! It didn't import inside of the folder. It's easy. The 3 of them are selected. You just drag them into VO. Now it's inside VO. So we're gonna start with the intro. So it's pretty easy. You click and then you drag here. You drag in A1 because it's audio 1. So sorry, I'm gonna try to. Okay, now because we're gonna work on audio. Audio, you only have 1, 2, or 3 maximum because you have VOs and music, and that's pretty much it. In videos layers, we have much different things. We have different assets and things to play. So in the VO, I'm gonna show you how to do it with shortcuts. So as soon as we drag the first one. Usually you can have like the whole thing, like 10 minutes on the timeline. you drag it, you click here just to do backspace delete, and then it goes straight to the first. Here you see like we're in the first second. So the video start and we hear the audio. You do space to play.
Our society has been molded.
That's it. I use the up arrow key to go in the beginning. And if, for example, sometime you're gonna try to do shortcuts and it's not gonna work, or like click and nothing is working, probably here like the A1 is not selected. You see, like now it's not selected. It's select. Same thing for here for the video. So like you're working on asset on V2, it's not doing anything because maybe that thing is not selected. If the A1 is this one, this two, this two. I'm gonna again. I don't know the short. I think it's a tilde. I don't know if you know that symbol in a keyboard. It's a tilde. As soon as you click tilde, it do full screen. So for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna work like this because it's much easier. So now we just concentrate in the timeline. That's the timeline. That's the only thing that matters right now. So yeah. So you click here. You see how it selects the whole thing. And sometimes if you don't click that, stuff are not working. Like you try to cut anything, so always try to select that. That's the first thing. If you don't have this activated, the snap, do it. Snap is basically when you drag something on the timeline and then you try to, well, I'm gonna do it. So like I take a second asset and I drag, you see how it's gonna snap. You see that weird magnetic thing? It does it for me. If you don't have that selected, and then you try to drag something on the timeline, now you're just guessing. You see, like it's just like you just guesstimate, just nothing snapping, and like you might just do that and then you erase a part of the project. The beauty of like anything in computer is Command or Control Z for you, and then you go back. That's like the magic key. Command S, you're gonna learn, always save. Your software is going to save it for you each 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. You can set up that in the settings, but just take the habit of Command S. I do that like in my subconscious right now, like my mind is always doing it. Any software you use and you need to save, always do it. So now I'm just using the arrow keys. Like I'm at the end of like my thing here, I do the up keys, I'm like in the beginning. Then the back key, I'm the end of my assets. That's how I navigate. Then if you do like the right and left, I'm gonna zoom. Zooming is a minus and plus on the keyboard. You zoom in and out. So if you see if I do like the right and left arrow keys, that just bring like the software. I'm just moving inside of it, like frame by frame almost. If you do Command or Control, Alt. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry, Shift. Shift, you move 10 frames per second. You move a little bit faster. Those are like, I like to use those because it's more precise tool than anything. So again, I'm gonna go full screen for the whole timeline because right now we're just working on the audio or the video. So you drag your stuff. Most of the time you're gonna receive a long one. You just drag, do full screen, then go at the beginning, listen and cut. That's pretty much it. So I do like the only thing I use mostly is the plus and minus because I like to cut visually. So you see here, that's where she's gonna talk, and you need to erase anything when she's taking a breath or like little noises she makes like this, you erase. I use Q on the keyboard. Q, erase everything before erase anything before the blue line. We call this sorry, I have like a blank, but the cursor. So anything before that, Q, erase that. So for example, you see like here that little thing. If I click Q, it's gonna erase anything before. If I do back, Command Z, and I do that, but like the other key stroke I click is W. When I do W, it's gonna erase anything after. So that's a no-no because you see like it's gonna erase anything after. So that's not good. You're gonna use it in other cases, but so now, sorry, I have my window open and everything, so you might not hear the little thing, but like you're gonna hear it if you have a earphone. All the little thing when she talk, try to cut not right when she talk, but like a few frames before, like this, and then you click Q. Then you
Our
start.
society has been molded and shaped over the legends of lost cities.
You see, that's it. And then, like when you see those little thing, that's when she's taking a breath. Like when you hear like look,
Thanks. Thanks.
you need to erase those parts.
Cities.
It's pretty easy. So you take the cursor with right left arrow keys. You place it not too tight from where she finished to talk, but a little bit further. And then you click Command K. Command K does a cut. So you see it's cut. So now I can, that's a separate file. So I do Command Z, and that's it. And then after that, I do Q here. So it's gonna erase everything where it's cut.
Thanks to
So if I do the up arrow key, it brings me where the cut was made. I do shift back, well, the left arrow, just to move away, and then re-listen to see if the transition is okay.
cities. Thanks to technology
And that's pretty much it. And then I do minus to go back, to zoom out, and that's it.
and a keen eye.
Here now you see we hear her like whispering, take a breath again. And visually you see it's those little bump. Like visually I know I have this one to cut, I have maybe this one to cut, so I have like 1, 2, 3, and then I just listen and cut, and cut here, and then I click Q to erase anything before my cursor. So here, I erase everything. Then I do.
No more are these.
Then I listen, and then I move.
Legends, a work of fiction.
Here you see she took a breath here too. So Command K, Q.
Here are 10 legendary lost cities.
Here you see like
here
she took a double take, so you see it wasn't good, so she repeated her phrase.
Here are 10 legendary lost cities. Here are 10.
So instead of cutting here, what I do, it's like I skip the whole thing here, and I just click Q, boom, and erase everything, and then shift left.
Fiction. Here are 10 legendary lost cities finally found.
And that's it. There, I know she's done. I do Command K, cut.
Before we start,
and then I do Q here because all that part is negative sound, nothing is there, so I just do Q, boom.
Before we start,
sorry, I need to take respawn my door. Be back. Sorry, that's weird, but hey. So sorry, I'm back. So yeah,
Before we start,
we listen
subscribe
again.
to our legendary channel for more
You do the minus plus to check visually where you're at.
fantastic videos from the Riches.
Then you cut.
Our society has been molded and shaped over the legend.
So you see here she does a double take. So the first one is okay, so we can delete this one. If you hear like a weird thing in a voice or like she mispronounced something, now I think you need to take the version 2. Now that is done. So let's go back here. And then we take that, those are entries. So how it works, it's mostly, that's the introduction. We did the introduction. Then after that we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I did 7 frame and I just click on the right arrow key. So I go back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then take this piece here and connect it here. You always, after an entry or an introduction or anything between stuff, you leave 7 frames.
Heraklion.
So now she pronounced the title. So we cut here.
Heraklion.
Then Command K or Control K. After that we do 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it.
Heraklion.
And then after that we cut those pieces here.
Nearly.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do the same process again. You cut the whole thing. You see where the jumps are going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you all call that. It needs to be clean, and that's it. That's all you do VO. I'm going to do a video maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning early for the subtitles. And we're going to go from there, okay? Alright, let's